Hello everyone, I am Paul with many voices and welcome back to Prison Architect. What's this? A new voice? Well, the whole premise of my channel has been thrown out the window. So first let me start off with an apology for not uploading for nearly a month. At work, it has become excruciatingly busy, with my direct colleague being injured to a point where he wasn't able to work. Meaning that I'd had to work for 2 people for an entire month. Resulting in me being excruciatingly exhausted. At some point, right after I recorded the last Prison Architect episode, I wanted to record a Banished episode. I sat down, launched Banished, started recording, started talking, and at some point I literally fell asleep at my keyboard while recording. So that entire recording has been thrown out the window. But that has made me realize that I just needed a break. That I was putting too much pressure on myself to keep on uploading stuff while I'm doing this for fun. Also, the voices... the original idea of the channel was that I was going to do 4 different games throughout the times and use different voices for all the games that I would play. If a game would end, I would start a new game with a different voice, except for Prison Architect, of course. That I would use this voice for, but I'm not gonna do that anymore. Also, at times, I remember on a particular Friday that I was so tired that I thought to myself on my way home, I'm finally gonna give in. I'm gonna take a nap after I get home. And so I got home and I set my alarm for 6:30 and I went to lay down on my bed, not in bed, at 4:30, and I missed my alarm and only woke up at 12:30 a.m. So yeah, I was just that tired, and this is pretty much how tired I've been throughout this past month, just far too tired to record. I luckily have 2 days off, which was yesterday and today, the 9th of July and the 8th of July. I've got a nice long weekend ahead of me, and I want to use this weekend to record because I've caught up with household and caught up with YouTube videos and such. So I have some time to record, and I really wanted to get into this game, into this new playthrough, the challenge called the Grantless Gals. Yes, I'm doing a new prison where create new prison. I'm gonna do the female prisoners. I know that I was supposed to do a continuation of the all DLC Archipelago, and I've looked into it. But the rooms need to be specific sizes, and I just don't have that space available to build without terraforming too much. And so I've decided that if I'm gonna continue with that, I'll do that after this series. But with the new DLC, a couple new things come into play. We can select the... steel, dirt. Okay, violet, storm, acid, slop, burgundy. Okay, gray, roll. Let's see. Since we are doing female prisoners, I want to do everything as pink as possible. Hot pink, lime, purple, velvet. Velvet. And then you will be... what was it again? Pink, no, purple. It will be proper purple. You'll be pink? Salmon, maroon. Hot pink. Let's see, what else do we have? Aqua, gunmetal, sand, swap, acid. Storm, violet. We do have violet, I believe. No, we don't. Meaning that you will be regular pink. Okay. New wardens. Are there new wardens? No. But I'm gonna go with Rita. Ruthless, terrifying. Rita has the reputation to run her facilities through jurisdictional application of fear. Rumors of her carrying a whip may be exaggerated. Also, likelihood of prisoners being stoical and fearless, and suppress the prisoners twice as fast. Guard dogs. Gonna go with the cute bow-tied bandit because everything is supposed to be cute. And I believe that is it for these settings. Now let's talk about the rules of this playthrough. World size will be small. Apparently I can select the amount of funds that I start with, but I'm only gonna start with 30,000, which is the standard that you've always had. And I am recording. Okay. I am not gonna do an island plot, a jungle plot, a snowbound plot, or a lunar plot. I could do a lunar plot for just fun. No. I'm not gonna do land expansion. I'm not even gonna generate forest, lakes, or buildings. Failure conditions will be on. Gangs will be on. Criminally insane will be on. Dynamic reputations will be on. Events will be on. Prison transfers, weather and temperature, staff needs. Escape plans I will leave off this time, and those will be remaining off as well. Okay, so let's talk about the other rules. Things I'm not allowed to do. Well, as you can see, I've loaded up the end of the 12th episode of my All Island Bound DLC. One of the things that I can do is sell my prison. If I were to sell this prison, the 30,000 starting grant would be upped by 1.32 million. So I would start out with $1.35 million on the new prison. This is not allowed. Another way, if you start a regular new prison, a jungle plot would be advisable. Of course, I could start with 500,000. And in mutators, what I can do is wild growth. Trees can spread and will grow much faster than normal. So let's start out with forests, that and that. Now this actually starts out with far more trees than normal. And if I were to demolish these trees right away, plot down a little exports center here, and sell all the trees, that will give me a lot of extra money. Plus the fact that I have a 500,000 starting balance. I'm not really allowed to do that either. Now, one thing I'm kind of sad about is that with the new update, they've also introduced a couple new grants. And I'm not allowed to do them either. Look at this. Bakery production skills is a new one. Restaurants service scheme is a new one. Reformed prisoner initiative is a new one. And prisoner reoffending rate is a new one. Are there any new ones perhaps down here? No. Not that I can clearly see. But there may be some more hidden beneath the completion of these. Since this playthrough is called the Grantless Gals, I'm not allowed to use any of this either. So all that extra money, not available to me. I really have to run the prison, which I have, by the way, saved up over here. I have to run this prison fully on intake, the 30,000 starting grant. And let me quickly get rid of all of the letters. There's even a new tab here for second chances. but I'm not gonna look into them. And I need to reform. We'll look into this later down the line, but in terms of intake, I will be taking in only minimum and medium security prisoners. Why? Simple, because since this is a female prison, female prisoners might have a chance to bring in babies, which requires a new or two new room types, namely, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? The family cell, and if I can find it, the nursery. Now those two are only for the women with children. And as far as I can remember from my earlier playthroughs way back in the day, when intro version still owned this, maximum and super maximum inmates do not bring in children. So if you want, you can do a childless playthrough yourself by just bringing in maximum and super max prisoners, but I will not be doing such. So I will only bring in medium and a maximum security. The idea is that I will be expanding once on each side, possibly this side as well, and I do want to have pretty much everything available. So we will do the bakery, we will do the meeting room, which is a new one, we will do the restaurant, we will look into farming a little bit and green energy as well. But for now, I'm not gonna do much else. The only thing that I will say is that I will be, despite the fact that I will not be using the grants, I will be using their objectives to build this prison. And as such, for the first time in a very, very, very long time, I'm not gonna do any planning beforehand. You're gonna see the planning and building right away. So this could be an interesting one. Now, of course, I will probably fail this, because with only 30,000 you can only do so much. And so I will be bringing in prisoners pretty much as soon as I have the holding cell, which I'm gonna then turn into a dormitory. I'll probably need to get some early family cells in as well. And what I pretty much intend to do, just as a thank you, is basically say that this area, for now, is gonna be for the mothers and children. So this is gonna be where the family cells are with the nurseries. And once I get them, and I'll only start building them once I get them, I will show you what you need to do in order to get something working. And I'm gonna be building them step by step. I know for a fact that stuff like the restaurant and the bakery will have people coming from outside. So I'll probably start out with this area for that. Meaning that the reform stuff is going to be probably over here. Kind of like a workshop, which I will want to have. I'm probably going to do the farming on the opposite side. The workshop, the meeting room that I just showed right here. Parole is going to be there, visitation is going to be there, classroom and chapel, because those all use people coming from outside. And then the rest of the facility is going to be offices and yard and gymnasium and the likes. So, well, that remains to be seen once we actually get prisoners in, which will start in the next episode. Once again, I do apologize for the severe lack of uploads, but I've given my reasons due to pretty severe exhaustion from work. So, in terms of returning to a proper schedule, I'm only gonna do this game for now. And I will upload multiple times per week. I haven't decided yet how often, depending on how many episodes I can upload in this particular weekend. And the episodes will start coming out on Monday, most likely. So, I hope to see you then.